Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another interview for you guys with the Hasbro Marvel team. We have Dwight Stahl, we have Ryan Ting, and we have Dan Yoon right here. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for this opportunity. Really appreciate it. We have 20 minutes, and I just wanted to first say fantastic job on the Fan Fest present. I'm sure we all wanted to see more stuff, of course, but I thought the presentation and everything and the whole fun factor with that event was really cool. So just want to say I appreciated it. I had a great time. Then I was also on the screen too. Hope you guys all had fun as well.
Thank you for helping us out with the brand room. That was incredible.
Spokesperson for Marvel Legends, yo. Look at you.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm just so stoked that we're going to get a HasLab Franklin Richards right here. That joke landed so hard the first time I had to repeat it 3 more times. All right. So yeah, you win some, you lose some. All right. Let's get to the questions, because now I'm going to get you guys real hard. I'm going to get you guys with real tough questions right now. So you better brace yourselves, and I hope you guys have your mouthpieces in and everything. All right, here we go. I want to say big thanks to Laser Pants. I have my Shartimus Premium members asking some questions as well. So we have Laser Pants asking, are you guys going to launch the next HasLab project before the Sentinel ships?
We're not fielding any questions by Laser Pants is our new policy. No, just kidding.
Anybody named Ryan is not excluded from.
Yeah, so as we've been saying today in some of these interviews, the Sentinel will be shipping starting sometime during August. Various people who have ordered different amounts, right? It's going to, the fulfillment date will vary, but we will start the process in August. And then we've been saying that the HasLab teas, which you have your theory, which Jackie didn't understand the 3 times you pinged her with it, but whatever that item is, you'll learn more about that in the coming months. There will be an update before the Sentinel ship. So it's not like the Sentinel needs to ship through completely and then we'll get to the next HasLab. We're just going to keep it all rolling.
Okay.
Yeah, they were in that boat in the Swiss Canal, so they're going to take some time.
Oh no. Well, at least they didn't fall off the boat, right?
Sure.
With theaters closed the last year, you guys have been able to go back and design figures more accurately based off of the actual film footage, and that has been greatly appreciated, like especially with the final battle Thor, armored Thor and everything. But moving forward, can you guys please possibly stop making figures based off of concept art and maybe hold back and just wait until we get the solid final designs from the film into plastic form?
What do you say, Dwight?
I wish we could. We're happy when we get a chance to fix something for you guys, right? We obviously want you guys to have the most authentic toy experience every time out of the gate. Obviously, sometimes that's just not in the cards. We always intend for the best, but I think no, we're not going to be able to wait, because the heat of the movie window is too important. Because while you adult fan collectors are out there loving Marvel Legends also gets picked up a ton by kid purchases for that hero version of that figure for them to play with too. Mm-hmm. So it's really important that we have those toys on shelf through the movie heat window. So we have to work the best we can with what we have. We're working on what are we working on? We're working on Thor right now, and we just got an update in today that we're swerving on really quick to try to make some updates, because we haven't cut tools yet. So we're at a point where we haven't committed into it 100%. So there's still a small window that we can go back and try to make something more authentic. And when those opportunities arrive, even like this very late in the game, we do the best we can to try to fix things, but sometimes it's just not possible, and unfortunately it's too important to have product out there available for pre-order or on shelf for those movie times to hold everything back in an ideal world. So
just think of it as a variant, man. You know what I mean? You got a variant version, that's all.
Yeah, man, I mean, that's cool. but not really. All right. Well, I'm going to ask Disney to hook you guys up with those NDAs so you guys get to go on set and hang out with Mr. Feige. So that's probably what really needs to happen.
We appreciate the word on that. That'll help.
I'll tell Kevin myself. All right. Frecky wants to know what's up with the marbleized plastic. Is it something you're ever going to fix? Is it even possible to fix?
What does that mean?
Well, the marbleized
marbleized. I thought you said marvelized. Okay, sorry.
What is marbleized? But yeah, just like I love the new MODOK, by the way. Just reviewed it, great figure. But yeah, that one still has a bit of that marbling and on the back of it. I can notice it. Luckily, it's more on the back than anything. But
yeah, you see the marbleization on metallics. You don't typically see that on matte gloss finishes or colors. It's when you're doing metallic, because the metallic comes with a fleck. It's that little bit of ground up particulates that goes into the plastic to give it that metallic shine. When you're doing that in manufacturing and the plastic is mixed together and then shot into a mold, it goes in through a gate and it flows into the mold to complete it. So what you're seeing are the flow lines of the plastic. That is just a process of the injected plastics molding. There's no way around that. The only way that you don't see that is on characters where we have the budget to go in and fully paint the metallics. Sometimes we're not happy with the way the swirl looks on a character that's very big and iconic. You'll notice that on Ultron. I saw some of the comments were like, oh yeah, Ultron's great, but man, I really wish they would have put some deco on it. The entire figure is decoed. That's why it doesn't look like there's any deco on it, because we painted the entire thing silver because Ultron is so iconic. We didn't want him to have the mold swirls going through awkward parts of his chest or face. So that entire figure is painted silver, so it should look more pristine. And you'll notice that like on Iron Man, some Iron Mans, when it's painted, it looks more perfect than the molded stuff. But that's just an extra level of expense. Sometimes, depending on the figure, depending on the wave, we can afford to paint. Sometimes we have to go with the injected plastics, and that's the difference.
Wow. Okay. Great answer. A great answer. Sometimes you're able to fix it. Sometimes you're not. Basically, that's where it boils down to, depending on how you have to allocate the funds and within the wave and all that. To answer your question, by the way, very happy to see the pinless double jointed elbows on the female figures. I didn't emphasize it. I'm really excited about that, and I can't wait to get that in hand and play with those newer figures. And you had mentioned my next gripe, or the next gripe from the fans in general. For me personally, individual toe articulation. Let's just skip the it's not no, but actually I want the big toe, the pinky toe, everything in between.
What I'm sorry, my daughter needs help with her homework. Okay. You guys got this for the rest of it. I'm out of here.
But for real though, I would hope to see, especially on future Spider-Man figures, toe articulation. Just bend in the toesies. That would be a great thing to see. That's but aside from that, I mean, yeah,
that's something that our team has actually discussed too. Is we're constantly trying to innovate things, right? Like I remember last year when we were about to announce pinless stuff, people were asking, "What do we have for innovation in the pipeline?" And I had to keep quiet about pinless stuff, right? So just keep in mind that like we're constantly trying to evolve and find new places where we could improve. But I think if we do things like toe articulation, we'd have to be character specific, like with this beast. Right, it has toe articulation, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I think it's really character dependent and specific as well,
Right. So when you do it, you have to make sure you do it where it counts, right? So yeah, that's why I'm hoping towards Spider-Man, definitely getting that kind of treatment in the future. Joey B asked, are we going to get more anniversary waves this year? This year is the 80th anniversary of Captain America, 60th year for Fantastic Four, 30th year for Deadpool and X-Force, and then 30th for the Infinity Gauntlet. But you guys released a Thanos already that didn't have any kind of 30th anniversary emblem on it. So we're guessing we're not getting that for Infinity Gauntlet. But any other anniversary stuff that you could talk about possibly?
So yeah, the Thanos was an unofficial 30th anniversary. That's how we actually, I remember pitching that idea in a year ago. Um, yeah,
Firestar was also an anniversary too.
which
Oh, okay. I
which
did
one,
not
Dan?
know
Firestar.
Firestar. Okay, yeah. So it worked out, and then the night like 1961 and 1962 were big years for Marvel Comics for like Fantastic Four and Spider-Man next year. So we'll definitely be doing some either indirect or perhaps more direct tie-ins to those anniversaries. Deadpool's 30th kind of snuck up on us a little bit, and we've just honestly had done so much Deadpool over the past couple of years, and it kind of culminated with the super innovative Deadpool animatronic head last year.
that. Mhm.
So I mean, there was nothing really new for Deadpool for the 30th, because we always do Deadpool all the time. It's always Deadpool. Just to address that point.
Gotcha. Yeah. We have had a lot of Deadpool. Um, David Hughes had asked if we would see a retro Fantastic Four wave to go with the HasLab Franklin Richards. Um, that kind of you've kind of answered that a little bit already, right, with the previous question.
Yes,
Oh,
and you nailed
yeah.
it with your Franklin Richard. But you weren't 100%. You weren't 100% right, because we're actually doing Valerie. So
Oh,
Oh man, we revealed the HasLab.
Valerie
Man.
Richards HasLab.
Wow, Dwight.
He gave it away, everybody. Well played, well played. All right. But yeah, retro wave of Fantastic Four figures would be great to see. That's actually just, I don't know, with them being the first Marvel team, that would be a really cool thing to keep mint on card and open for me personally. That's a cool idea.
the Doom looks really great, right? You have the Doom.
Oh, I love my Dooms. Like the last two Dooms, I have the retro carded Doom as like the Victor Von Doom, and then all my other Dooms as Doombots. Like,
Cool.
yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. Cowboy Collector wanted to ask, what's the future of deluxe figures? We had $30 deluxe figures, and now we had the $50 deluxe figure with the MODOK. Will we getting bigger ones like $70 to $150 deluxe figures, anything like that? Possibly in the pipeline.
I think we could get there. I don't think there's anything like of that size in next year's line plan. Um, nothing that I can that's jumping out in my head today, but there are some really big impressive things still coming, that you guys will see more of soon. Um, the I would love to get to that point. Jesse and I have been talking for a while about getting a Mangog out there somewhere. So there are characters that we're discussing. We're just trying to find, are they relevant enough? Is there enough people that'll care about them, to warrant the investment into creating them? Because something like that's really cool, and it was in an awesome story arc in the books maybe 5 years ago. But is it important enough that enough people would be like, yeah, I'll spend $100 for Mangog, and if there is, then cool. I mean, that's the that's the cool thing about Marvel, right? The scales of their characters are all over the place. So we could definitely develop things to hit those price points. But the classic comics, it's like, just, is it relevant enough? Will it matter? I think there's other things in the MCU that we could explore more from the last 10 years of films and stuff, that there's probably other bigger guys that we could do in there too. So, those could be options that we could develop. I don't know if that falls into the same category as what he was asking about, because I know he mentioned a lot of the classic characters in that question. But yeah, you got MODOK behind you. There's definitely plenty of characters in that kind of $50 range I think we could tackle.
Yeah, and I would be happy to see, I mean, because I know there's a limit to how large the limbs and pieces for a Build-A-Figure can be in the package, right? When you do a Build-A-Figure wave. So like getting a deluxe MCU Giant Man would be incredible. Something much larger, not definitely like probably not HasLab size, but somewhere in that in between right there would be really cool to see.
Yeah, I think our Giant Man was around, what, 9 to 10 inches tall. I think the 12-inch figures that we did for the a couple years ago were around $50. So and then the Sentinel is 26 inches, and that's 350. So there's a big gap between there. I don't know. I think it would have to be just it would have to be just a really impactful character, something that really has a massive moment in a film, or something that has a massive history in comics to justify it, because that's a really uh, sensitive price point when you start going up there to be that big.
Like $100, right? That's what I'm thinking. Like, well, I would personally be down to buy $100 giant man, like, I don't know, 14-inch giant man, big ass giant man figure, taller than my Hot Toys one that's replacing one you guys made, because it's just a little bit taller. We have 5 minutes left, and I wanted to, I posted a community thread asking my viewers which figures they would like to see from Hasbro Marvel Legends, and this is kind of ranked off of what got the most likes. So I figured I'd just spit these out at you guys, give you an idea of what my viewers are looking for, or what they would love to see from you. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man by far is the #1 thing. A classic Doctor Strange from the comics. Robbie Reyes' Ghost Rider. A true classic comic lizard. Null, God of the Symbiotes. Retro Wave Rhino, so re-releasing Rhino. I guess maybe, I'm sure you guys would do something different with it on top of it. I think that one's going for like a crazy amount of money in the aftermarket.
The Build-A-Figure.
Yeah, the Build-A-Figure. Yeah, that's one I think is expensive now. And then classic, a lot of people wanted a redone classic Daredevil with the Sunfire body mold. When they say classic, I immediately think yellow and brown, but I think they mean the red suit.
Gotcha.
And then a 2008 Incredible Hulk. So adding more into that Infinity Saga, right? That would fit in with that particular line. Would it?
Oh, okay. Sorry. The movie version.
Yeah, movie version. Edward Norton Hulk, which me personally, I'm not the biggest. I mean, I love my, my Ruffalo Hulk the most, but I could see why people would want that. It would be cool to have. A lot of people really like what you guys did with the Fox Films figures. Like, more Fox Films figures would be awesome to see. I think you guys crushed it with that line. I'm so happy with it. Getting a Jean Grey Cyclops and Nightcrawler with a bend wire in that tail. And then Mark 85 Final Battle Iron Man. So that was just 10. I wanted to, because there's like way more than that. Then my personals, Mandarin, comic book Mandarin, Shriek, Cardiac, Harry Wolfsbane, gotta show some love for those hairy women out there. And then comic Iron Spider, and then Venom with the Omega body mold. That's like a thing that a lot of viewers talk about often, is we would love to see an Eddie Brock Venom with that Omega body mold. And I know it has ports right here, but maybe some symbiote goops ported in there. I'm trying to act like I know what I'm talking about, was making stuff, but that's what.
Yeah, no, we've heard that. I've heard that about the using Omega Red for Venom for a while. So that is a good one. And I would make fun of you for your comments about hairy women, but I do believe I spent an entire segment talking about a hairy butt last week. So
yeah,
I really don't have I have no ground to stand on. So I'll just leave it at that.
Just look at Dwight's shirt. Dwight, what shirt are you wearing today?
Oh yeah, I got my
I love it. There you go. One regret I have from that FanFest event was that I should have asked, along with myself, of all the other panelists that were on there, to turn around and show who had the hairiest butt. And then, maybe
that would have been a great idea.
Contest prize. I think it would have gone over really well. Maybe as good as my Franklin Richards joke. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for the opportunity. Sorry to kind of like rapid fire all of this so fast at you. I know we only have so much time, and you guys are getting a lot of interviews out there, but I'm overall just like really excited for what you guys are doing. And nitpicks aside, I hope you guys just keep continuing on with the awesome work. So,
well, at least one of those people will be happy in the next handful of months.
Yeah, hopefully.
Whoa! So I was thinking of Dwight said it. I was about to say it. So Dwight committed to at least one of those figures you just said. So lock it down.
Oh, great! Yeah, and last time I'd given you a list. You said there was 5 figures on that list, and I went back to check it out. There was actually 4. So, but you actually did only do 4 out of instead of 5 from that whole list I had read last time. maybe that one of those is in development still or something. But so at least one from the list of 10 that I read, or was it one from my list of 5?
Oh, we're doing Franklin Richards. Did we not? Do we not give that away already? Wait, no. Okay.
Valerie, dude. Valerie.
Oh,
Richards.
Valerie. That's right, Valerie.
It's already on marvelousnews.com. You should have read it. All right. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. Looking forward to, wow, I wonder which one. Now I'm looking at that list, like which one is it? Now everyone's going to speculate. So it's that list of 10, right? The one that the fans wanted, because people are going to go nuts figuring out which one it is, Dwight. We got to know. We must know.
You'll know. You just got to be patient. You just got to find your chi, center yourself, and just be a little bit patient.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
Being surprised is a good thing, guys. Being surprised.
Yeah. I see you guys as artists making these things, so I totally get that you want the presentation to,
We've had enough surprises for the last year and a half. Let's just go into a little bit of a chill mode, and let's just relax and enjoy the upcoming waves of plastic goodness.
Awesome. Sounds like a plan for me. I'm down. I'm enjoying it. So hopefully it goes that way, but we'll see. All right, you guys, thanks again so much for your time, and stay tuned for all you guys. Hope you enjoyed this interview. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell, and catch you guys later. Peace. Woo-hoo! Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face,